Guys, what's going on? My name is Ryan. I trade ETFs and I like to make videos to show some of the technical analysis that I'm seeing here in the market. So we've got EWZ representing iShares Brazil capped ETF, and let's get started on that technical analysis. So right here on the weekly again, we can see here that we've been in a long-term downtrend ever since 2009 with Brazil EWZ, and we can see that we had a nice pop here. However, this channel has been holding up fairly well for us in the last 8 years. And so this marks an area of extreme highs and extreme lows. We can see that we had support here, 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 and here. We had resistance here, 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 and now we're running into resistance here. So from the weekly perspective, we are at the top of our channel, and if this channel has been true for the last 6 years, it's likely to continue to act as extreme values, major support and resistance lines, and it makes sense why we're starting to see this topping pattern, higher highs and or lower lows, lower highs, I guess. What's more is that I've been seeing some minor divergences here on the weekly, minor divergences in a 10-year overall chart. So these represent like month-long divergences, but from our commodity channel index, our CCI, we see that bull volume is decreasing into this move, as well as our RSI is decreasing into this move. We have 3 lower lows here, and we have 2 lower lows here, while we have 1, 2, 3, 4 higher highs. So this is a major divergence that I'm seeing in the prices, and I sold my BRZU from trade from 2 weeks ago. I think I had a video that I said I was long in it, and I was looking to play this bounce from right here, and I did, and I sold, but there was no follow-through really, and at this point in time on the weekly chart, I'm convinced that we are going to go lower as far as divergences go, and the overall price channel pattern that we are very high. Let's go to the day. So right here I drew a Fibonacci from right here to the top of our price trend, and it shot out some resistance and support levels down here. Looks like our 61.8% level is acting as strong support right here. If we lose this level, it looks like we are going to be in a more dramatic downtrend. However, for right now, we have not broken down below this level. A divergence here on the daily is from this high right here to a fairly substantial lower high on the RSI. However, price remains flat basically right here. However, we saw this kind of come into effect with this dramatic shot down. Let's go to the 2 hour. I got rid of that Fibonacci. However, I drew the lines from it. So this is strong resistance at this point, and this is strong support. From the 2 hour, let's go to the 1 hour. And much like my XLK video, I think that we are seeing a descending triangle breakdown. And this is further along in the breakdown itself. However, if you watch my XLK and you're watching this now, this gives you a good example of what I'm expecting to see. Let's go back to this chart right here, which is where we have our support and resistance line. This is basically a beautiful example of what you should see for a descending triangle breakdown. We've got our descending triangle here, then we break down below it, we find support, we rise back up into it, and we break down further. We have our measured moves here by our pole, and then our second pole right here. First pole comes here at the apex point, you drag it all the way down. Second pole comes here at the point of breakdown, and they're supposed to coincide fairly closely. So let's see what I have drawn here in the chart. So from this, we have this from our high to our support level. Drew this again over here, and it looks like this is our measured move right there. So as far as the waves for a descending triangle, come up here, hit resistance. This is A, B, C, D, E, and we break down lower. We try to get back up into the trend. It doesn't. It gets rejected and comes back down to hit previous support. Let's refer back to this real quick. So we break down, we come back up into the trend, we get rejected, and we come back down to previous support. So what I expect to see is for us to come back and touch this previous support level. Support becomes resistance, and I expect us to break down further past this. So our measured move here from this point, outlined with this pole right here, from the breakdown point down to new support. We're going to clone this, we're going to bring it over here, and from this breakdown apex level, we're going to have this be our measured move. And I drew that over here. This is that, and from the apex right here, I drew this down here, and this is our target price. So like I said, I had a bullish play. I dead cat bounce played this here for BRZU. I wrote it up here, and I see that it was stalling out. It wasn't going anywhere. I sold out, and I'm starting to play BZQ, which is the 3 times bear ETF, because I do have this theory that we're going to move lower. As far as the volume goes, we see that volume is supposed to be in a downtrend, it's supposed to be flat, and then we're supposed to be in a new downtrend. So our volume so far has been in a downtrend. We've seen our flat, and I think that we are going to see an increase in volume here. I think that this should potentially be more like this. So when this breaks down, we're going to see a large increase in volume, and we can start to see that volume is starting to tick up a little bit. However, like I said, I think that we're going to go and try and retest this previous resistance level. We're going to get rejected off of it and come back down. Here we come up, try to retest this previous resistance level, and then we break down. Anything on the 30-minute? 30-minute is just a more consolidated version. We have our pull 1, and our pull 2, and our pull 2. Anyways, I continue to be bearish on Brazil, and we will see how things play out in the coming days and weeks. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe for weekly updates. It really helps me out a lot. And good luck in your trading for Brazil next week. Happy Father's Day.